What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my review of Superman, released in 1978 and is directed by Richard Donner. Superman was a landmark film upon release, becoming the highest-grossing comic book movie at the time and a fan favorite. It was also the most expensive film ever made at that point, costing $55 million, an unprecedented budget for a superhero movie. Personally, Superman is one of my favorite comic book films. While some consider it the best Superman movie, I don't fully agree, but I understand why. I have a lot of nostalgia for this film, as it was one of the first comic book movies I ever watched. Before I dive in, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Superman, the movie. Drop your opinions in the comments. Also, I apologize for the delay. I've been extremely busy and couldn't make new videos. Superman tells a story of Clark Kent as he embraces his destiny as Superman while Lex Luthor rises. Now, let's get into it. One of the biggest highlights of Superman is its music. John Williams delivers an absolutely phenomenal soundtrack. It's iconic, dramatic, and instantly recognizable. The hopeful, heroic theme fits this version of Superman perfectly, and in my opinion, it's the best Superman score ever. It's also one of John Williams' best works overall. Another standout is Christopher Reeve's performance. He is, in my opinion, one of the best live-action comic book protagonists of all time. His portrayal of Superman is pitch perfect. He embodies both the heroism of Superman and the mild-mannered charm of Clark Kent. For me, Reeve's Superman is deeply nostalgic. He was one of the first superheroes I fell in love with as a kid, and his performance remains iconic. Gene Hackman is also fantastic as Lex Luthor. Some feel his portrayal is too cartoonish, but I completely disagree. He makes for a great antagonist, and his performance in this first film is his best as Luthor. While he was solid in Superman 2, he had more to do in this movie, making him even more compelling. His villainous plan is well thought out, and the filmmakers didn't have to force any contrivances to make it work. The special effects hold up surprisingly well for a 1978 film. While some green screen moments look rough by today's standards, they were groundbreaking at the time, and overall, the movie still looks great. Given its record-breaking budget, it makes sense that the effects were top-notch for their era. The story is another major strength. It's a fantastic origin story, showing Clark Kent's journey from Smallville to Metropolis and his transformation into Superman. I love origin stories when done well, and Superman executes it perfectly. The characters are also great. Superman is, of course, the standout, but I also like this version of Lois Lane, even though I think she was better in the second film. Lex Luthor and his sidekicks were entertaining, and I enjoyed every major character introduced in this film. While the movie isn't action-heavy, it features some iconic action sequences. The helicopter rescue scene is one of the most memorable in superhero movie history, and overall, the action holds up well. Finally, the acting across the board is fantastic. I've already praised Christopher Reeve and Gene Hackman, but the entire cast delivers believable, engaging performances. The one downside for me is that the movie feels too slow at times. It's about 30 minutes longer than it needs to be, which can make certain parts drag. It's a small issue, but it's always stood out to me. Overall, I love Superman, the movie. It's a fantastic origin story and a great film in general. So Superman the movie gets a 9.25 out of 10. So what do you guys think of this movie? Do you like it, find it to be just okay, or can you go as far as saying that you dislike it? Comment your thoughts, I'd love to read them. Please like, subscribe, and share, I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.